I woke up very unhappy. Dude, I'm very scared. Scared. I was scared. I did not have fun watching the movie. I'm just like panicked, goosebumps, scared. I want to leave. I think in terms of scared, I was very scared.
I'm scared.
Buckle your seatbelts, babes.
Buckled.
The bad boys of horror are back, and we're happy.
Are we using Bad Boys of Horror? I don't like it.
Me likey that.
That's exactly why we're doing it.
I'm outvoted.
Me like that mucho.
Guys, we're celebrating the 10th double digits ever episode of Two Men and a Baby.
Oh, wow.
That's what we like.
Double digis.
Big 1-0.
And boy, did we find a good movie for this episode.
And this movie was a 10. Thank you.
So welcome back to Two Men and a Baby, the horror movie review show where three best friends discuss a new horror movie each episode. I'm your host.
Oh.
Will Duff.
Whoa, everybody think is strapped in, baby. That's the first time you dropped the H-bomb.
I asked Abbie's permission.
No, I love that. You're the host.
And
I'm
I,
a host. Brandon's a host. I'm a host.
Yeah.
But you can say it.
I said
And
it first,
we're going to watch the host episode 20.
Self-appointed. And as always, joined to my left by the very talented musician and horror historian, Brendan Fletcher.
Thank you so much.
And to my right by stand-up comedian / infant, Abbie Krinsky-Rogoff.
Infant galore.
This episode, we're going to talk about Trap 2024, M. Night Shyamalan.
Let's set the scene. We're coming right from it. Premiere day. We go to the brilliant Regal Battery
Black
Park.
Betty, Shyamalan.
There we go. And we
Black Betty.
show up, and what do they say to us? They say, "Hello, sir. Our air conditioner is not working on the hottest day of the fucking year. Do you still want to go in? We'll give you a refund." We said yes, and then we sat in a miserable theater and watched, not to spoil it, a miserable fucking movie, and Jesus fucking Christ. That's all I got to say.
It was very hot. El tiempo mucho calor up in that piece.
Like, I want to blame how miserable I was on the heat, and
a big part of this movie is going to be we watched it in the worst possible way to watch a movie, but also it was the worst movie I may have ever seen.
It's
so
the longest 2 hours.
To be fair, though, it was like you would, because movie theaters are traditionally colder,
freezing.
Right? Yeah,
I brought a
Abbie
sweatshirt.
actually, brought a sweatshirt.
It's 95 degrees today.
Yeah,
also
95.
in New York City.
Global warming, baby. That thing is real. Let's change legislation. But anyway, really hot day today. We go up. Regal is also on like how many stories do you go up?
Like the 32nd story you have to go up.
You go up
There's
32nd stories
escalators
to the lobby of the Regal. So hot air rises. So we're ascending into hell. Essentially, it's
really
getting hotter
felt
and
like
hotter
that.
and hotter.
Ryan did sneak a free icy out of them, and I did get a refund for one of the tickets. But
Dude, you did?
yeah,
Dude, Venmo me back $3.50.
Ryan, what did
dog.
you say?
I don't think I ever got Venmoed in the first place.
I said, could I parlay an icy out of this because it's so hot in the theater? And she said, absolutely.
Dude,
crazy, 'cause
that's amazing. No, I think I respect that. I think we should have done the same, but I still have yet to actually pay Abbie for the popcorn that he bought me.
Are we letting Ryan talk now?
I know that was sort of against the rules, Ryan, and it's in the contract, so we do have to pay him now
Wait.
residuals. But
That's actually a nice segue. We've actually grown our team 16 and 2/3%.
wow, you didn't look that up before at all.
No, 1 out of 6. I remember
Okay,
this fraction.
this is pretty good.
16.6666. Special shout out goes to Jose Cota.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%.
He might be the best editor in New York.
Yeah, Jose, you're the man. We got some visual magic coming your way, and I don't know why I'm saying that now because this
gonna be
episode is going to come out in 2 years.
We literally just huddled around the first clips that you sent us, and we were all like giddy. And looks amazing. We're
Clips
very
are so
excited.
good.
Yeah.
Thanks for bridging them in. Big Fright Freaks. The Fright Freaks are growing by one per month.
One freak a month.
So we did it. So we watched the new M. Night Shyamalan movie. Brendan, why don't you play us that themey?
Okay.
It's good to be sweet.
2 men and a baby, oh yeah. 2 men and a motherfucking baby.
All right. So the way we usually kick things off is we go around. And each one of us gives our synopsis of the film very specifically in one sentence and one sentence only. Synopsis. And then we'll read the real one so that everybody at least has a general idea of what the movie is about. Who wants to go first?
I didn't write one, so not me.
All right, here goes. Cooper, a serial killer posing as a painfully normal family man, realizes the concert he has just taken his daughter to is actually a ploy cooked up by law enforcement to catch him. Will he be able to dad joke his way out of this mess, or will he rely on his evil impulses to evade capture? Find out this summer in Trap, coming to a Regal cinema near you.
Wow. I love how you did an ad for Regal after they just fucked us into the worst movie experience we've ever had. Also, how many commas were in that fucking sentence? If one sentence? That was crazy.
away.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go next. I don't need to write this down. M. Night Shyamalan did it because I felt trapped in that fucking movie and I hated it. And it's about a guy and they're trying to catch him and he's a killer.
I love it.
Not bad.
We're trapped in it. Actually,
Not bad.
It's actually, if you think about it, pretty crazy.
All right, I'll go. Don't get it twisted, M. Night. Josh Hartnett is still handsome, but not even the FBI can save anybody from, frankly, this movie. It was bad.
Love that, dude.
You know it's a sign when two of our synopses...
Signs!
Oh,
Pop.
wow.
Pop City.
But yeah, you know it's a sign when
Crop
two of our...
City, dude.
Oh.
Wow, I almost
hard.
just smooched.
All right. I
That's
won't
a
even say the
smoochie.
point. That's not him.
Robin. How
He's
many
art
degrees
director.
of separation?
So the thing is, and we're going to get into this in 9 ways, but the big question I have for you guys, because I don't think I've seen maybe one M. Night. We'll see when we go through the list. But the big question is like, how the fuck did this movie get made? And the answer is M. Night must have proved himself. And so, like, to phrase this like a debate, I just need you guys to explain to me what this man has done that's good. Because this was one of
Wait,
the
are you
most
serious?
miserable. Yeah.
Have you not seen any? Maybe we should start there.
The
Maybe
better question is, what has he gonna
What he gonna do later? But hold on, dude. Have you seen any M. Night Shammies?
I do not believe. Hold on.
I'm just curious. What movies by him have you seen?
Okay, so I'm looking through right now. I have seen. Okay, so the classic one, Signs, is a classic Abbie HBM hat brim movie. Watch that with Will. Totally just put the hat brim on.
think you did, but-
stare. It's like you cracked the beer into the mic as I was saying the point, then muffled the thing, then took a big sip into the
And
mic.
slurped it
Can I-
so wetly.
I'm not trying to just be contradictory, but I have a very vivid memory of Signs, and I don't think it was.
You've only seen it once. That's so
Oh,
crazy.
did I see it a second time? Oh, yeah.
A second time? I'm assuming you've seen that movie so many times. You talk about that being one of your favorite movies.
I saw it 6 times. All right, hold on, guys.
Looking through it, I think it's crazy. I might have never seen an M. Night fully through. So I saw Signs as a kid, but it's a classic Abbie HBM hat brim movie. Watched it probably with Will or someone made me watch it. I definitely didn't put it on purpose and just stared at the top of my Yankees fitted cap, bootleg one I got on eBay, $12. And I just stared at the brim. Didn't watch it. It was so scary to me. I watched it recently as an adult, and I enjoyed it, actually. So I have seen one.
That movie is, I will say, that movie is up there with like life-changing movies, horror movies specifically, that have just, I mean,
We never agree on this shit.
Oh my God, dude. That movie changed the way I looked at the world, the way I, you know, when you're a kid, you don't really have nightmares, at least me. I was like a happy kid, and then I saw like movies like The Exorcist, Sixth Sense, and I grew up really quick.
And so, famously, I remember from watching it again, but I remember. So one of my things I would do when I was so scared of movies is I would watch The Hat Brim, but I would listen enough to make up a point that made the movie feel stupid, so that I felt like I could have a point, so no one could call me on not watching it. Like this is as
You're
far.
like the audio was really good.
No, the opposite. I'd be like, dude, can you believe he said this to this? Like, that doesn't even fucking make sense, bro. And, like, sometimes it was right, because we are watching stupid movies a lot of time.
Yeah.
So I would find... So, Signs, actually, I remember overhearing someone else complain about it, and then that became my narrative to hide that I didn't actually watch it, and I was a terrified little baby. And the narrative was always like, once you saw the aliens, they were really bad. They didn't look scary.
I was going to say, that's the one argument. But it really is like the last 5 minutes of the movie.
And besides that...
And I'm sorry, before I said Sixth Sense, I meant to say Signs. Sixth Sense also did that, but Signs was a really like integral movie for me.
So, Signs, I hear that. Again, I'm realizing I haven't really seen any of the other ones. Can you guys tell me your rankings of M. Night, or really what stands out to you guys as good M. Nights here? Because obviously he's a legend. He's big for his twists. I know the Village twist. Again, I would just lie and pretend I saw it so that people wouldn't make me watch it again.
Yeah.
and everyone said that was bad. It seems like he has a lot of bad ones.
He has more. I think another thing with M. Night Shyamalan is his first breakout movie was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And after that movie, I mean, Sixth Sense is probably my favorite, not only of his
That's
movies,
his first
but
one.
favorite. Yeah.
I thought you just said Signs was.
Signs is Sixth Sense. Signs is a close number 2, but Sixth Sense is my favorite M. Night Shyamalan.
Can I go first just because I do want
Let's
to
hear
hear
it.
yours.
Yeah.
So I did come prepared. Hold on, list.
But hold on, let me go through the rest of them. But yeah, so for me personally, my M. Night Shyamalan list would be Sixth Sense, Signs, probably Unbreakable.
Is Unbreakable a horror?
No, but it's one of those movies. It's more of a thriller.
That's one SLJ in it.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
And then I would say after that I would go.
Well, and also as you're going through the list, what line do they become? Because obviously ranking things doesn't mean that they're good or not.
Yeah.
When did they be? Is Unbreakable a good movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is
Well, hold on. Let me just go through the whole thing, and then I would love to hear your opinion about M. Night Shyamalan, Shyamalan's. Yeah. So just sorry. Sixth Sense, Signs, Unbreakable, and then like most Lady in the Water, I thought was bad. And I will say another 2 movies that I liked were the Split
Okay.
movie, and I think that's pretty much the only movies that I enjoyed by him.
Okay, Will, what are your lists?
so not based on what I think is the best, but my favorite: Signs, Sixth Sense, Unbreakable. Those are the 3. Those were his
Okay.
first
So
3
you guys both
movies.
said those 3.
But I like Signs more just because of the nostalgia and how scary it was to me. After those 3,
Joaquin Phoenix also fantastic.
Swing
fucking
away.
actor. Holy
after
shit.
those 3, that's to answer your question. That's when he tremendously
Falls
fell
off.
off.
Okay.
So his next movie was The Village, but I have 4th The Visit.
Okay, so
5th
real quick, at 4th, The Visit. Is that good? Would you say, like, see that movie
I
to our
am one
horror
of-
freaks?
I feel like that's a controversial opinion. I feel like that was one of his.
The Visit was great. I forgot to put that on my list. It's definitely
like
my
it?
Yeah,
the 4th
okay.
spot for me as well.
It was scary, and after he disappeared for a while, that was the first one where we were like, "Oh shit, he might have
Yeah.
a Kristen Yelich like kind of comeback." 5th is Split, which is just a good movie. I'll say Split.
You
is good.
loved Split. I remember you telling me
was
to
great.
watch that when it came
well,
out.
it was all James McAvoy.
Yeah. It was a good script, though.
6th, I have The Village. That's also a big nostalgia thing. This dude.
But is The Village good? The Village is famously bad, right?
Well, the
Thanks.
twist makes people so upset. Well, Joaquin is also in that.
Well, I'm running through them, by the way. So, Rotten Tomatoes, to just look real quick, we got Sixth Sense 86, ballin'. Unbreakable 70, that's acceptable. Sign 75. So you guys are nailing it with the critics right now. Village 44%, because people seem to hate it. Lady in the Water 25%.
Well, yeah,
Jesus
Lady in the Water-
Christo. And then Split 78 though, so that's pretty high.
So one of his like movies that everybody says is like one of like when people were like, this guy is washed. The Happening, which I actually
That
really
was-
like.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Have you
Because-
seen The Happening?
Well, I
No.
like it. For
Parts of
two-
it. I saw the first half.
The crappening, dude. It was
I
shit.
love it for 2 reasons. One is it's R-rated. It's only 1 as far as I know.
Yeah.
And 2, the concept is actually dope.
No,
Like,
it isn't. It's bad.
No, dude, something that
Trees.
It's like Quiet Place.
Trees, dude.
It's quiet. No, before,
villain's trees.
Before you find out about trees, it's like a Quiet
The
Place.
villain is
or-
trees.
Shut up for a second.
dude.
Treasonous trees.
It's shit.
Let's remove the 3rd act for a second. The concept of
Yeah,
something.
you can.
it's
If
like-
you willy nilly move acts just here and there, yeah, movies are better. But shit.
It had a good concept.
No, I'm joking. Yeah, it
Execution.
was a great movie. I loved it
All right,
actually.
Then 10th, I got Knock at the Cabin. Or sorry, 8th, Knock at the Cabin. 9th, Old. 10, Glass. All of those
newest
last
ones.
3
Yeah.
were bad. No, but there's like 5 more that are so bad they're not. Lady in the Water. After Earth with Will Smith and Jaden.
Jaden Smith.
right.
There's The Last Airbender, which is famously one of the worst movies
Horrible.
of
Right,
all
which
time.
is a great like comic, and everything else that's touched that has been good.
Devil, which is
Oh,
the
I like
elevator-
that. Actually, I did see
Have
that
not
one.
seen that.
That was so stupid.
And then there's
I
one
love that.
other, to
Bible
be fair,
movie.
I think it's his first movie before The Sixth Sense. It might be a short film or something. I've never heard of it or seen it. Don't even have the title. But he has 5.
Why did you bring that up?
The whole point is.
I'm sorry. His first
So
movie.
there's this movie I've never
that
heard
no one
of or
has
seen. Do you
heard
guys
of,
want to talk
doesn't
about
have a
it?
title, and he might not even make it. I'm joking.
The
That movie
point
sounds
is
good,
that
though.
He has 5 more movies that aren't even worth putting into the ranking of the top 10, which I prepared very well
And
for.
no,
Abbie.
I
Yeah,
really
yeah.
much
Thank you,
appreciate
Dubs.
it. And I will say, having seen none of those, really, this has got to be the worst. This fucking movie.
No.
Somehow
Really?
it's not even close.
It's not even close.
Oh my god.
Well, it's dude.
Nah.
The Happening is. I saw The Happening.
Happening is way doper,
My
dude.
dad
Mark
is
Wahlberg killed
huge.
it.
My dad's a huge M Night Shyamalan fan. Like I think one of his top 3,
Black Benny.
Sixth Sense and Signs were 2 of my dad's favorite movies. We both together have seen The Happening and The Village in theaters. And this is my 3rd Shyamalan movie I've seen in theaters. And dude, yeah, this one is better.
wow.
This one is actually probably in the middle.
crazy.
It falls like in the middle of his
This is way worse
filmography.
than The Happening. The Happening is everybody. It's
no
a
one
scene-
likes The Happening except for you. This
No,
is the
but
only defense of
so
The Happening
it's
I've ever
just
heard.
how angry people are at the ending. But
Right.
it is way. Nothing about this movie was watchable.
Well, the smart thing about
It
Trap was
a-
that it never mattered enough to fucking have an ending
Oh,
that could
Yeah,
piss
let's
you
get
off.
into Trap. Let's get into
All right, yeah.
the movie.
To be
So
fair.
this is. I want to just say because what's our next segment?
So would you recommend?
Would you recommend it? So I want to just start by leaving a little TMI anecdote. So these guys will often. I'm not gonna blame it on booze, but these guys will often pee during a movie. I noticed that about you guys. Nothing wrong with that. A lot of people I know pee during a movie. I can't. You didn't today. You didn't. I know, but you have.
I
in the
never
past.
pee during movies.
You peed during a movie. I
First of all,
remember.
the last 4 movies we weren't
usually
together,
do,
but
And I know you were peeing. No,
in my pants, I
You
wear
were
a
peeing.
diaper.
Pretty much, like I pride myself. I will rather get a UTI, a male UTI, than fucking go to the bathroom. We went into this theater. I had a tummy ache. I ate something weird today. I ate a
wondering.
poblano.
Poblano?
I ate a pepper
Bobby
that was
Chulo.
too hot for a little old 30-plus-year-old me. And we get in there, and I chow down on the puppy, and I was like, I can't hold it. I got to use the bathroom. I got to use the restroom. And it's hot. The whole floor is hot. We're sweating. I go to take a public restroom shit. Horrible one. That was the best part of the movie for me, was that moment outside of the movie, checking Instagram and
Honestly,
taking a shit.
I
So
wish I came, dude.
dude, that's what should you see it. Do not see this
I would've
movie. Watch
rather sit
anything.
next to you and just inhale through my nose. My nostrils would have been.
yeah, you were
Exactly.
gone for like, dude, 20
Well,
yeah,
minutes.
to be fair,
No,
a guy
but-
called me about a work thing while I was
Oh, okay.
taking a shit.
Yeah, at one point Ryan was like, "Where's Abby?"
I went home. I
Abby,
should have went
Abby
home.
is like, we're like, dude,
Yeah.
he got Dark Knight shooter.
Yeah. Abbie had his own movie in the bathroom. It was called Crap. And the
Crap
poblanos were popping.
All right, so would you recommend this? I'm gonna guess that you guys don't think so.
I
Maybe.
just said mine. What do you think, Brendan?
Would I recommend this movie? No.
I'd recommend taking a shit.
Yeah, recommend a colostomy bag.
This movie was the pinnacle of trash. And I'm not saying, like, to me, and we'll get into all the specifics, but it felt like this movie, there wasn't even enough to make fun of. Like, it wasn't
Yeah.
even bad good.
When we get into this,
I wish they just took
Nothing.
the steering wheel and drove it down into the concrete.
Yeah.
But they tried to pull it up, and I was like, "Stop! Get me out of this theater." Yeah. What was the runtime of this movie? I'd love to know.
It
It
felt
was less than 2 hours.
wow, which like thank God
It was
because it
an
felt
hour.
like 9
it was
hours.
like an hour and
Yeah.
40.
Jesus Christ. Will's always said it from an early time. Trailers have gotten way too long, show way too much. This one, you're like, it's M. Night Shyamalan. He's famous for the twist. The trailer explains this very clear, very sort of like it. I didn't think it was going to be good, but it was a very straightforward plot. Something cool's got to happen. And the twist was, what if nothing cool fucking happens at all, period?
Yeah,
That's
I
the
literally,
twist.
That should
I
be
literally went to
spoiler.
myself. I was like, the only twist that could happen in this movie is if this movie, like the last 10 minutes were really good.
Right,
That would be
that would be the
just
twist.
just like the
And-
plot was
Well,
good and solid.
That's like he was like, "I'll get them in the door,"
Right.
And then
Yeah.
they're gonna.
And then
think,
he went to sleep.
Well,
Okay, so
let's-
what's our next segment?
So I feel like we can probably skip this one, but this being 2 Men and a Baby, every episode, we have a human barometer here with Abbie Krinsky Rogoff as the resident baby.
The babyometer.
So usually, people want to know scary movies, how scary they are, and he's a good metric. This movie, I mean, you can answer, but
Yeah, literally, I was scared for if I would be able to make it through the fucking movie. I was scared.
If you ever had to eat a poblano pepper.
Yeah, no, I mean, I would eat 9 poblano peppers versus watching that fucking movie again. So 0. We got our first 0.
Wow. Now, you brought this up last podcast. Do you think that this immersion therapy, seeing a bunch of horror movies, you're becoming less scared just in general?
I'm curious, but I look back also. I remember I made that statement, and then immediately I look back. It's like, Talk to Me Up Top was probably the scariest movie. When Evil Lurks was so fucking good and scary. Exorcist was scary. Like, we've also just been seeing slightly less scary. So we're going to find out soon, because I know we got some scary ones coming up. Stay tuned, Fright Freaks. We got some scary ones coming up.
Was there even a moment during this movie that you approached being
0.
scared?
And the thing is that not because of the emergent therapy, because of the bad movie directing, acting, everything. The last part, when he is with his wife, I won't spoil anything, but again, there should be no spoiler alerts. Fucking don't see this movie. Just listen to us. But when he's with his wife in the kitchen and it's dark and there's a knife, the old, like an mid movie, I would still be scared because of the tension there. But I found Josh Hartnett, to be so scary and good at act. Like, he was so bad.
He was really bad.
Terrible.
Dude, has he been anything since Black Hawk Down?
So I have info on that. I got the scoop.
He's blacklisted, right?
Well,
Black
no,
Hawk
no.
Down
He
listed.
actually. So shout out to Lisa Bay. She told me. So what happened was, he, after the height of his success, Black Hawk Down,
40
Faculty,
Days and 40 Nights.
So he started getting stalked to the point where he started to despise Hollywood, and he just moved to Europe and quit acting for a little while.
Wow.
It shows.
Well, yeah,
He wasn't getting stalked by agents, I don't think.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, he started coming. He was in that show like Penny Dreadful. He was actually just on The Bear. I saw.
Really?
Was he good?
Well, he was. He had like 4 lines.
We probably. I mean, I don't want to get into people's finances, but he's. What was he doing?
All the money in
What was he
Europe.
doing in Europe? Yeah. Yo, The Faculty is fire. Though.
Faculty is a great movie.
Faculty
But
is
it's
amazing.
not like, whoa, Josh Hartnett's amazing.
Yeah. Josh Hartnett really
My
stole our
favorite
hearts.
part. Well, I will say,
I didn't mean that
wrote
as a
this down-
pun.
I wrote this down vividly. Lisa leans over and goes, "That guy's not that bad looking." And I was like, "Fucking what?"
That's all he's
Dude,
got.
he's aged phenomenally.
Oh,
Yeah.
he looks
Yeah.
fantastic.
Well, yeah, he's been selling his acting skills for a fucking 6-pack.
For fucking
right.
six-pack to some Parisian.
Forget it. Oh yeah,
He left right in time for the Olympics.
Well, you know what? I feel like walking.
But I mean, after this movie, are we going to be seeing Hartnett? I mean, I think this might have put the stake in the heart of.
Yeah.
all right, but you know,
Net it out to don't be in another movie, please.
we do want to talk in more detail. So let's just open it up and just.
Yeah.
Let's take a trip down to the spoiler room in which our boy Spencer is being locked up with a little bit of carbon dioxide that could just release and let him go at any moment. Is that a good plot? Also, no. All of it was
Who's Spencer?
bad.
Also, why does he even do the things he does? Also,
Dinwiddie.
what app releases carbon monoxide into the air?
Yeah, he had the Ring Camera Pro.
Also,
dude.
easy as calling an Uber. Oh, really? Okay. Do you buy that on the iTunes store? Because I want to kill dubs every now and then. I'm joking. I love you.
Funny, no, there were so many lines that it's like this. We got to talk about this line, but going through the plot of this movie would be an injustice to all of the conversations we've ever had. I think we don't need it.
We respect you listeners too much
Yeah.
for that.
So the one thing I will say is like
Going through the plot of this movie would be like going through one of Abbie's poblano shits, looking for a good ending.
I think a better use of our time would be to go around, talk about the one thing that you want to ask about this movie, but then let's talk about some of the actual M. Night movie. Like, I want to say something positive about, Signs, for example, The Sixth Sense, Unbreakable.
Yeah.
That said, this movie, the one thing that I kept writing down in the first, 15, 20 minutes was like, this is crazy cringe. And then they would have these zoom-ins on Josh Hartnett's face where he'd be in the center.
Oh, my God.
And
And
he
they-
did this eyebrow acting.
You could tell M. Night's behind the fucking director's camera just going like, oh, we're nailing it, dude.
fucking-
We're getting it. His facial acting's amazing. It's like, dude, everyone in this it was like everyone in this set was like on drugs and just thought they were making something. It was like a film 101 fucking project. It is mind-blowing how bad everything was.
So-
Everything.
All of
Yeah.
a sudden, I'm like, wait, this list is a little like long of all these cringy lines. Because I was like, okay, it's a comedy.
Right.
But then all the jokes don't land.
They don't land.
All of the everything is bad. And the one thing to me that keeps it going is you're like, well, it's M. Night. He's going to have a twist.
Something's gonna happen.
He's going to have
Yeah,
some
of course.
wild,
Of course. I was waiting for it as well.
crazy thing happening. And you're like, I've endured an hour and a half. I'm schwitzing my cheese off.
Yeah. And you're not even
Whatever.
going to twist me up, Shawnee?
Dude, he didn't twist us up. We were a fucking baguette. We could have been a pretzel.
And then he's like, hey, here's the bike E.T. used, but,
Dude, oh my God! When we get there, like, I know we're not going to go through plot, but in that same vein, I just got to throw out a few
That's
things.
all I had to say is they strings you along. for no
The
reason.
whole fucking
Well, I
premise was
also-
stupid.
Yeah.
Everything about it was so stupid. What FBI agency, what law enforcement agency
Yeah.
would set this trap up? Oh, I know what we do. We get 7,000 people in a giant auditorium with 100
can you
exits.
imagine the
That's
budget?
and that's
Yeah.
They're gonna
And we'll tell the star. We'll tell our
Beat
little
her, honey.
Ariana Grande. We'll tell her about the plan. We'll let her
Yeah.
in on the plan because she's totally going to pull it off even better
And he-
once she
and he
knows.
go- and
So you
and she
guys-
goes, "Oh, don't worry. When they all leave, we're gonna get footage of their face, and we're gonna get information about all these people." It's like you already have that,
Dude.
They got tickets.
It was so because you kept waiting. Also, not that this was even a twist, but at least a little payoff of like, what was their plan when they talked to him?
Yeah.
Because the irony was, what would have stopped Josh Hartnett from just leaving at the very beginning? And they'd be like, "Hello, sir, who are you?" And he'd be like, "I'm this girl's dad." And they'd be like, "Okay, thank you."
Yeah.
Like, what the
and
fuck
they're like,
did they even
I don't
have on
know.
him?
Did you buy a ticket? It's like, yeah, everyone bought a ticket, but you might be him. It's like, okay, you have no evidence, dude. And then also telling all of the staff, like looping them in on a training session was also really stupid. And I'm glad they did explain that part because I was like, they're not even going to come back to this part
Right,
and
right.
explain this. But
Well, they did a lot of explaining. The exposition, so the acting, horrific.
And then they over-explained
The
it.
directing, horrific. The exposition shit was insane. Like, we were laughing, and
yeah.
again, it wasn't on purpose. Like, I wanted to laugh at, like, when the t-shirt guy first just was like, it's just
That was
like,
my favorite part of
oh
the whole
my
movie.
God.
wait,
And-
I say it.
The black eye face
He's
off.
like, you're a good family. You have
Yeah.
good values,
Yeah, you
and
have
that's good.
We had one moment together. He's like, "We have good values. Why don't you come over here, brother?" So I just have to tell you a little secret. So actually, everyone here is here on a secret mission, and we're gonna just stop this. Have you ever heard of the Butcher? I love the Butcher. Do you want my badge? Do you want to go in the back
Wait,
room?
I have a razor blade here too. Do you want this?
Do you want to borrow it? That was insane. And then it was just so many things. Also, I kept asking because Orion was there next to me, Brendan was next to me, and at one point they're just like walking around now, and I'm like, oh, does the concert have an intermission? Like, I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
And then it's like, no, we're just supposed to believe in the middle of the concert
yeah,
that
yeah.
she's dying like at every song. They just went to go get t-shirts
Yeah,
and
well,
then
I was thinking,
walk
like,
around.
This girl hated Lady Raven, by the way,
Yeah.
is the name of the artist that everyone's there to see.
That's so Lady
I-
Raven.
And
Kept
it's the
hoping
longest.
It would just be a concert.
Yeah,
film
Bruce
of Lady
Springsteen
Raven.
at length set, and this girl's obsessed. This girl's obsessed with her. Yet she's leaving every other song to either find a T-shirt or like help her
go get
dad
some
find
baklava or
a credit
something.
card. Yeah,
I will say the two things. One, the only twist was that the trailer makes it seem like everything takes place in the stadium, and then you're like, oh, they leave.
Oh, cool, something cool will happen
They
now.
cut it out of the trailer. This must be where it all goes. Nothing else happens.
goes crazy.
the best
second is-
parts were in the trailer. The
Yeah.
best parts,
by
the
far.
quote unquote. Yeah,
100%.
That's the thing. We don't have to tell you the plot.
Watch
you
the
shouldn't-
trailer.
Yeah, just watch the trailer. You've seen the movie, and
Yeah.
it's better than the movie.
Yep.
So this is hard to admit. So you guys know how I pretentiously commit to these interpretations. I very early on I was like, okay, so this is
This
gotta
is the
be,
Book of Solomon.
Well, no, this is some war cry against like the Gen Z, like just the self indulgence of the people that love this pop, and 20 minutes in, I was like,
yeah,
gone.
It had such a
is
good place to be.
No,
that,
but he
Yeah.
never It was just like, here's a vessel for a really not so good story that I'm going to tell.
Like
mean,
it might, like you thought it might have taken like that. Don't look down.
Don't look up.
Don't look up. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Don't look up.
Yeah, like a satire.
Yeah, satire,
No, for
societal
sure.
commentary.
The thing is, I think every time I thought something like that was going to happen, and I'm just starting to realize, and especially as you guys go back through, it sounds like he hasn't made a good movie in a while. It just feels like so a director is supposed to be like a storyteller, like experiencing, and to be a good storyteller, you experience life and you portray that to other people to relate. It just feels like M. Night Shyamalan's not living a life that is.
He's so out of touch.
He's so out of touch.
He
feels,
wrote it.
So
Yeah.
exactly, and we'll get into this later, but he's funding his own films. It sounds like, and it's just like he's on an island, and then that's why he's so bad at storytelling, because he's on this fucking island that no one can relate to. It's insane.
I completely agree. And what it feels like, a lot of his bad movies do this thing where he has a premise. And you can tell he's either with like a really good buddy who goes, "Oh my god,
Yeah,
that's
yes,
the
man.
next movie," and he goes, "It's good, right? All right, now we just have to make the movie. We have to like put all the other parts of the movie in.
Right. Let's not
It's
ask anybody about their if
serial
it's
killer
good.
takes his daughter to a concert. The law enforcement's using it as a trap." And that's as far as I got. We just got to make that movie. It's
I
like,
also think in the 2000s, people like you could tell a story in a vacuum, right? Now it's like he's trying to sound topical and failing when
he's not.
everybody knows what people talk
And it's
sound
got to
like.
be as simple as, I will look it up, but it's like, it's got to be that he took his daughter to a fucking Ariana Grande concert and just looked around like, dude,
Oh, absolutely.
what if there was like a serial killer here, man? Like, wouldn't that be crazy? Like,
Yeah.
and then what if it was a trap? Oh, fuck, I just thought of the twist. Let's put it right in the center of the trailer and name the movie Trap. So it's like, if anything, if you wanted to say that the twist was, like, now I do wonder if we went into it knowing nothing, but that it was a creepy thriller about someone being in an audience. Of course, it still would have been trash because it's just trash.
Yeah.
But it would have been at least interesting if the twist was he's a serial killer. But we
Yeah.
knew that from the fucking beginning. It's literally Trap. It's so crazy.
yeah, and also I will say the only the only goal for this character, right, is to find a door and leave, right? So you're telling me everyone else in there, no one had like, how are people, getting in and out? It just was so dumb. Anyway, sorry.
You also fucking beat that. Like he had it like 5 times. The whole like,
absolutely. He had to get backstage. He had to lie himself backstage to then be like, "Can I use the backstage door?" It's like, dude, just lie on the front door. Yeah.
Wait, something else. Probably some of the worst writing I've ever experienced
bad.
is why does the old FBI lady that's just the voice of God
Yeah.
know exactly what he's about? He's like, and he's probably walking around in the hallway right now about to pull
but yet
a fire
she can't,
alarm.
like, he's right next to
That
her.
was a complete diminishing return. We
Yeah.
thought
And I said-
she was going to be someone from his past. That's
Dude,
what
I
Lisa,
said the
thought.
mom. I turned to Ryan.
Yeah.
And I was like, "That's gonna be the mom."
Yeah, or
Like,
someone like a mom, because we know like the mom. We see the mom, and we know they're different looking. But
So fucking
Yeah.
stupid.
I'm getting
All right,
upset,
wait.
and
So
we
yeah,
sweat
I
so
just want to
much,
knock
dude.
out my shitty shits that
Okay.
are so shitty. First of all, then she pulls out a cameo, some big male singer, Parker Wayne, who looks like a 40-year-old Russell Brand that we're supposed to believe is like
Yeah.
this young chick. Why are they doing a celeb cameo at a trap concert that is set to catch
because
this
the
guy?
trap door, they wanted to show the
so
trap
that-
door
To
That
show
he-
him? Like,
No, just
No,
to
but
show that the trap exists a trap door that I can escape down.
No, I understand.
Yeah,
What I'm saying,
for
like,
him to
in
not be
the
able to-
plot, yeah. Why would the FBI be like, should we bring out a good cameo to our ploy? Like, should we bring out like?
No, I think you're Brendan's.
Oh, you're
that-
saying they
No,
wanted
that
him
was
to
the
fall
device.
for that and go
Yeah,
down?
No, the
plot
device
device.
was like, oh, we're gonna like in the concert, we're gonna have someone unexpected come out from the floor, so Josh, whatever his name is, can look at the possible escape route.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, why does the FBI agent that's trying to catch the butcher who's loose,
Yeah.
who she knows they're at the concert, also call the agent of a very famous other musician and say, "Do you want to come do a song with us?" Are
I
they
don't-
trying to lure the butcher into there? You're saying?
think it
Out
was-
of all the
yeah.
unbelievable
Well,
things,
but
this movie, that
that's-
one was pretty
that's
low on
a-
the list. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
But it didn't make any sense. Yeah, the whole thing. And then there's the girls collapsing, and he becomes like an EMT to like help
and she
them.
just-
Like, why are? Well, he pushes her down. That's sort of cool.
Well,
but
but
why?
then there's no
Because he wants to
diversion, there's
ingratiate.
no-
He wants to
Right.
ingratiate himself.
But I'm
with
saying,
the
why were those
staff.
girls collapsing? We were just supposed to be they were
I
too
think she was
excited.
like
and they
drunk.
got
I think
heat.
the inference was maybe she
No,
was
not the stairs.
drinking.
I'm talking
You're
about
late.
The girl that was
At the
needed help.
concert.
Yeah, maybe she like drank or something. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, that was
I
weird
think
though.
she
They
was
didn't.
diabetic because he was
Yeah.
like, she
She
probably
passed
haven't
out.
eaten anything.
Maybe I don't
So
know.
weird.
Or she
Then
overheated in a Regal cinema.
They show the Selena Gomez character like taking an asthma pump. They have fucking Kid Cudi.
That was fire, though. That was the
hilarious.
best part.
He was doing the stanky Legolas there.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm going to fuck you, Josh Hartnett.
Yeah, he was
And I
looking like a Targaryen, dude.
Yeah.
It's like House of the Dragon.
That was again. That was funny. If it was in a different movie, it would have made sense. It made no fucking
Yeah.
sense
You
in
know,
that.
you know Chris Tucker's entrance in the
Fifth
Fifth
Element?
Element?
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
Sixth Sense on the
Yeah.
brain. That
Ruby,
that's what he wishes, Talk about another director, actually, that made a couple of really good movies at the beginning and then fell off. Leon the Professional.
Oh,
Fifth Element.
one of my favorite
And then,
movies.
that what's his name? God damn it.
We talked about it before, but I just want to get into. I think that again, like I said, he's on an island. Like I think that's the only way you can make a movie this bad and this big. But it's like we looked it up on the way here. Ryan was telling us that M. Night Shyamalan funds his own movies.
Right.
So he actually doesn't have. And again, it sounds so good in theory. Oh, now I don't have the producers. Like I don't have Hollywood elites like coming in to tell me like to change things, which is true for artists. But for him, he fucking needs. Get someone in there, dude.
Yeah.
Well, does he think that he's just putting forward whatever is going to be the biggest cash cow?
I mean,
Like,
but it's
he
like you
just
can't
puts
fail.
his name on it after those first 3 movies.
His name is a brand at this point. You
an
put
M. Night
Shyamalan on that.
experience.
Right.
Also, his daughter
made that Watchers movie.
yeah,
That's got to be better than this.
It has to be.
I mean, nothing can be worse, really. But wait, and then there's just so much weird. Then the scene when Lady Raven, is trying to be his mom in the car to like psych him out, dude. That was hilarious.
So bad.
That was
the writing was just. Oh, I heard you listen to the Profiler.
Yeah, and I was also like, this movie could turn in a very different direction.
Well, I thought that was going to be the reveal of like, okay, so mommy is. Where's mommy? Where is
the other again. These are small potatoes, but the other thing that kept getting to me is they kept being like, he's OCD. His thing is that he's OCD. Bro, his house wasn't even like clean. He had like a cluttered desk left and right. There was clutter. It's like. They couldn't even get the art department on board. Like they literally hit every part of a film set and fucked it up. Every single part.
There were maybe 3 film characterizations. He like adjusts one towel.
Yeah.
And is like, does this one other thing. And
Well, the
it's like,
pretzel, eating the pretzel,
okay.
taking the napkin, putting it in the cup. I mean, they did well, but then at the end, they just didn't.
gave up.
It diminished
you
return.
notice all of those?
What?
You notice all the neatings?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm
He's
just saying,
making a-
maybe you can learn
Brendan
something.
Brendan could be the butcher. We're all
Making a
aware.
reference
just
to my
saying,
car.
like,
To my
maybe-
car, it
yeah.
was a mess. I wasn't expecting company in
Ryan,
the car.
you can talk now.
Yeah, the car was dirty.
It was trash.
And then
sorry.
and then she goes on the live, and but before calling the 911, she goes on a live. Like it was so weird.
She goes,
She's
anyone
like-
in the Philadelphia, New Jersey area, do you know a house with a blue door?
Blue door.
Oh, wow. The most
Also,
densely
why didn't
populated
she
state
just-
in the world.
I kept thinking she was going to throw the phone in the toilet. Couldn't she just break the phone? I don't think he can put CO2 out without the fucking
yeah.
phone
Whoa.
working.
Yeah. You see us call an Uber. And how did she get into his phone?
I
it
was
already
wondering that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think it
because he was
our-
taking the picture. I guess it was unlocked. But yeah, that was
True.
So that was the one time where I thought it was going to come back to be something intelligent. I was like, all right, he's trying to say something about how the Swifties can take over the world if they wanted to, like
Right,
don't
right,
underestimate
right.
the beehive. And
Yeah.
it,
just never paid off. And then we get to the end where
Well, I just want to say on that
the fact
clip.
that
Oh, yeah,
she
go ahead.
says call the police instead
instead
of
of typing.
calling the police.
that's the Curb Your
No, not
Enthusiasm.
even-
Why don't you grab a sponge?
Yeah, but it's also she goes when he's like, if you find the house with a blue door with a lion statue with the nose broken in front, bring all your friends and your adult family over there. It's like, no, just call the cops.
Honestly, it was ACAB. I respected her. Maybe she gets it.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, dude.
Wait, who?
She ACAB. She was like, don't
ACAB.
bring in the police. We can't trust them.
Defund the police.
They're gonna fucking
All cocks are balls.
Spencer's not white, dude. They'll shoot him right in his face.
But I did like that scene. I will say, out of all I mean, there were glimpses of light that in the movie that I thought, oh, okay, that they did that kind of well. I liked the way the scene unfolded with her in the bathroom, not her on the on live, but the way it unfolded with him outside going. Because you can imagine a serial killer trying to disguise his true identity from his family, right? And he knows that phone has all that information on it, and she could do anything with his phone. And just being outside that door and in front, he's in front of his family, and they're like, "Dad, you're being really
That
weird."
was cool.
And then it escalates, and you're like, "Give me that phone." I thought that was
the only good part.
and also you're seeing it. You're not actually seeing what's happening. You're just hearing kind of the shuffling around, and then she reveals that he's the butcher, and then you hear screaming, and you're like, "Oh!" I thought that was well
No,
done.
that was the only good part.
yeah.
I just wish I could have not already been so out of the fucking movie when that happened.
Yeah.
Well, so Dexter is a show that also ended up not being that good, but the premise of like a serial killer living in plain sight
Perspective,
but the tension actually on the show of him realizing, ooh, people might be figuring it out, like him being behind the door, like, give me back my phone.
Yes.
So much better. Lisa leaned over and was like, this is kind of like Dexter. And I was like, Dexter's way better. And Dexter, I couldn't even finish.
I mean, Dexter.
I couldn't finish.
Yeah, the whole plot of Dexter is that one concept. But I thought like
No, but just so not him being like a vigilante serial killer so much as like his the theme of the serial killer life blending into the
family life. Yeah,
and that anxiety. Well, that's why that bathroom scene was good.
But the rest of the movie was
the last
shit.
line I wrote down was she's like, let's eat this pie. Let's just eat this pie. And he goes, might be my favorite movie. Maybe my favorite line I've ever seen, though. So honestly, back to liking this movie. Not true. He goes, this won't delay much. I can eat this in 5 bites. Dude, M. Night Shyamalan.
It's like, do you know how many times I went back to that T-shirt stand? I'm famished.
Did you write? You wrote that down and sent, like, you know how many layers of edits this went through? Yeah. And that line stayed like that? And then Josh Hartnett delivered it like he's never acted before? And she responded like, what the flying fuck was that?
I do now wonder like how much of it is on Josh and how much is on M. Night.
I think it's the
perfect,
writing, man. It's the collision of two perfectly fucked trains. Like you couldn't do it. It's honestly it's amazing.
Well, the only reason I would say that it's on Josh is I actually think the black guy was funny. Like his jokes kind of landed.
But if you can't make a few comic reliefs in a horror movie, like you're trash.
But also the wife, when she has this one monologue in the kitchen of just like
she was the best.
She was good.
actress.
Well, I actually liked the little girl. I thought the little girl was really good. Yeah,
but the wife kind of has this one monologue where I'm like, oh, if they just did some more. of this.
Josh was terrible.
She's from like a Disney show.
She's from something big. I know.
She was from like a Disney show.
The mom.
I haven't seen her in a while.
She's on a Star Trek show.
Definitely
but like way back when she was a teenager, she was on like either a Disney show or a Nick show.
Blowing up. She's a good actress,
Abbie,
actually.
Check it out.
Unlike Joshy. Shout out to Josh, though. I still fuck with you, Josh.
I thought Josh had moments.
Josh, I don't fuck with you. You're trash. I thought you had no moments. I want that to be. I hope he hears this.
What did Blackhawk frown?
Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, she was in something before that.
That's what I know her from. They really aged her up in this one.
Well, yeah. It was 13 years ago that movie came out, I think.
Yeah, okay, I think we got. I mean, let's cut it short. Dude. This is trash.
Well,
trash
the one thing we didn't do it, but I would love to, and we should do a whole episode of. In my opinion, I would love to do Signs because I haven't seen it for so long. That movie to me is. I talk about how me and Brendan don't get scared. That movie legitimately scared the shit out of me. If I YouTube the one scene of Joaquin in the little under the stairs Harry Potter closet and he watches the news bit where the thing goes by, it still tingles down my spine, which nothing happens like that.
Even listening to that while staring at my Mitchell and Ness fucking brim, that scared the shit out of me. We should. By the way, idea for our merch one day: hat brims that are see through. Isn't that pretty good? Right? So you can't.
Or yeah,
I like that.
But it's
like one of those someone who works at like an old timey casino.
Oh yeah, or doing taxes.
Or doing taxes with a money machine.
Signs has probably of my top 10 jump scares of all time. It has like 4 of them. And the reason I was arguing with you before about like if we saw it together, because I vividly remember I was in upstate New York above a cornfield. And we saw it in Oneonta, New York. And then I had to stay in this thing without a lock where you're just overlooking cornfields. And it was the combination of A, the movie being, I think, for whatever age we were, Brendan, when we saw it, terrifying. And B, then having no internet, no phone, no TV, no nothing, going to sleep in silence above a fucking crop field. I still
fucking crop field.
Fucking crop
Yeah, fucking crop field, dude. I swear to God, I've never seen a crop field in my fucking life, kid. I swear. I thought there was going to be some fun extraterrestrial jumping out, dude. Listen, yeah, I'm from a little more of a suburban area than you. Like there are fields around.
Dude. That was
I'm not a stranger to crops, but yeah, I understand. By the way, let's talk about potentially we're going to have a little trip out into the wilderness. Abbie just found a great spot.
I'm very scared about this.
So this is a 10th ever episode. I don't even know if it has to be a milestone, but we got something planned. We're gonna go. The Blair Witch is a movie we always wanted to cover, but we decided we're gonna go to the woods.
I don't like this idea.
We're gonna go to the woods.
You ever heard of it?
It's some might call it a cabin in the woods, but it's not even a cabin. It's like a little.
It's a tiny house. HGTV, dude.
Should
we renovate it, dude?
There's no electric.
So we're gonna
There's
be
a wood plank for a bed.
we're gonna be really out there, and we're gonna watch it, and then we're gonna have a little
Halloween
bonfire.
episode. Stay tuned. It's coming out soon. Anyway, let's pop off
Yeah,
on the next.
from crop circles to crap circles.
Yeah.
Let's
All right,
wrap
well,
up
does
the
anybody
trap
want to
movie.
say anything else about M. Night Shyamalan? So Signs we love, but Sixth Sense was his groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Should I watch Sixth Sense?
Oh my God!
Oh,
wait,
yeah,
wait,
yeah. It holds
whoa! We got to do Sixth Sense. Don't you think out of every horror movie, Sixth Sense will have the potential to actually scare Abbie?
Yeah, well, it's up there. I think The Ring, Blair Witch. All right, chaotic. Let's get to, and I've been looking forward to this, a segment that we like to call Rotten Estimato.
Whoopsh, whoopsh. See, those are tomato sounds.
Those are
I'm trying to
tomatoes
cut those
hitting
in.
a-
I'm getting into Foley work.
Fruit Ninja.
Call
I'm
me
gonna
Axel.
slice it.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. So what's
We got
this-
a big surprise this week for Rotten Tomatoes. Big surprise. You're sort of the tomato, redhead.
Yeah, piece of trash.
Flying tomato.
Tomatoes, we
Normally,
love
what
them.
happens here is I pick the movie and I recommend it because it's good. Should have done that this week because we wouldn't have had to watch this.
Well, we're doing this for you guys.
But we decided we were going to watch it no matter what. So the good news is none of us know. The
So
Rotten-
what Will doesn't know for the first time ever, he's in the boat with us. No one knows. It just came out when we watched it. No
So-
one knows audience score and critic score.
So Rotten Estimato, we guess, and then we find out the real one. I'm going to go first. I never go first. I'm going to guess.
You never go at all, of course. It's okay, go.
Critic score 27%.
Oh wow!
I'm going to guess audience score 42%. I think this is really.
That's
I think
really
everybody's
low,
going to
dude.
recognize
Oh,
it's
that's
trash.
funny that you say that. Okay.
You think you're gonna lower?
Oh, he's going low.
When they go low, we go
See, I
lower.
was-
No, this is bad, dude.
I just can't really get.
I'm so curious.
Again,
actually. I'm really excited for
gotta
this
get my
segment.
head-
I've never been more pumped.
Oh,
Got to jump in the mind of a critic, even though that's kind of what we do.
Dude, podcasts get Rotten Tomatoes credits. I found out, so we're gonna get there, dude.
You said, give me it again. What did you say?
So on RT,
No, I'm
the
yeah.
certified
No, I'm
crit-
saying, what did you
Definitely
give your
wasn't
score? I don't want. I know what Rotten Tomatoes is.
27 critic, 42
Audience.
audience.
Yeah, I was gonna go in the 30s for critic. I was gonna say
gonna go way up.
35 for critic, and because I was thinking about The Village, and I hated The Village, and The Happening got 40.
So much worse.
The Happening was 40.
Didn't you say that?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I read
The
it.
Happening,
and I-
at least
Yeah.
3/4 of it was kind of
So
interesting.
I mean, The
takes a
Happening was one.
village to
In my
make a
opinion,
shitty movie.
it was one of the worst movie experiences of my entire life. I'm doing Donald Trump.
do it again. Do it again.
Do it.
Shyamalan. A lot of people are saying Shyamalan. No, sorry.
Dude, that was pretty good.
No.
Folks, the Shyamalan.
I'm red
He
now,
used
dude.
to say he was white. Now he says he's Indian.
Shyamalan, I see dead people. I actually do see dead people. A lot of people don't know this, but I can see dead people. Trap. It was crap. We all know. Everyone's talking about it. People are saying it's crap.
That's a great impression. The
that's
problem
really
is
good,
that
but-
he had good takes in that impression. And so the real
Yeah, yeah,
version,
yeah.
he'd be like,
So-
a lot of people are saying Trap's bad. It's actually really good. It's actually brilliant.
It's actually could maybe break the records. A lot of people are saying this movie is actually one of Shyamalan's best. He was a communist. He's from China. But all right, so let's see.
How many times did you practice that?
A lot.
So many, dude. It
In the
shows,
car.
actually.
In the car.
That was excellent. All right.
Thanks,
So
dude.
what did you say?
Shut up. Excuse me. Shut up. Yeah, so I gave this movie a 35 critic score. And audience score, I'm gonna say, I went higher critic score from Dubs, but I think I actually might go. Nah, I'm gonna go 41 audience score.
Will, what was
35 and
that's
41.
very close for your audience. You
27
said
and 42. He's
Okay, so
clearly
very close.
cheating on
No,
my
I think
test,
that's
dude.
good. Wrong person to cheat off of. I think you guys are both onto it that the audience score is going to be higher because
Yeah.
it's just trash. It's just fucking trash.
Movie sucked.
Okay, I think that critics is going to go 21, 21, 21.
21 is good.
I
dude.
think 21. And then I think for audience, because the audience, let's talk about it. They're dumb. No, I love you guys. I think it's still going to be low. But it can't be that low. I'm going to say 30 flat. So I'm going to go 2130. Ryan, let's see it. Let's see the big reveal. We got a screen here. Oh,
That's
my
not
God.
the right. No, that's the wrong movie.
Trap, single word. Okay,
I got
Ryan
it.
is
I
fired.
got it. I
No,
got
this
it.
is fun, though. Let's all see it. Will needs to see it first. He can't let us all see it together.
Whoa!
48 critic,
Wow,
or
they
is that
don't even
audience?
have
There
an
isn't
audi-
an audience. We're too early.
Yeah, we're
Okay,
too-
who are these critics? Oh, my
Hold
God.
on.
Hold on.
I'm
We'll
already-
read.
I'm
This is
so angry.
okay. So to explain
Why are
the
you angry?
reveal,
Because you're wrong?
no, because that's so high. So explain the
Go
reveal.
up.
Ryan just pulled up Rotten Tomatoes for us, and there aren't audience scores yet because it's so new. But the critics are at 48% with several, and I'm
That's
seeing
not-
several tomatoes.
Guys,
here.
48 is horrible.
Yeah, but I'm seeing tomatoes. That means the critics said this was a good movie.
But The Happening got 44. It was the
I don't-
worst movie
but
ever.
I'm just who is the critic that said that movie was good? I haven't seen The
it's
Happening.
literally just a
Yeah.
bifurcation. A positive.
What did I say,
versus
35?
negative.
Can you?
It will go
So-
lower.
so-
It'll get lower.
Well-
but just read me one positive. What
Go-
is a
go
positive
up,
take
go
on
up,
this?
Ryan. Scroll up. Producer.
And is her last name Shyamalan?
I don't know if Shyamalan has another truly great film in him. That's already wild.
How is that a good
but
review?
I'm fine with seeing him expertly direct fun little thrillers.
I'm sorry,
especially if
Mario
they're-
Allegre,
Hold on,
come
hold
meet
on,
me in
hold
the
on,
fucking
hold on.
streets, bro.
Especially if they're anchored with strong performances like the one Hartnett gives.
I'm gonna rip my fucking ears out.
I guarantee
A well-crafted shell with nothing
it's gonna
inside.
Go
I
down.
like that.
It's gonna go down. Only 48. It's gonna once we get to like 300 reviews. I guarantee it's going down.
How do these people
It's
get
going
listed
down,
as? Okay, wait,
down,
he wasn't a
and
top
early.
critic. What does a top critic that liked it say?
As a
So
pulpy,
even the bad review is shit. A well-crafted shell with nothing inside. No,
that's
the
fair.
shell is kind
The
of
shell's fine. The
Doesn't-
shell
Wait,
was
can we
the.
talk
guys, does it
about
matter
Richie
how
Rope
exactly
over
bad
here?
the movie is? I mean, it's
We keep wanting Shyamalan to
It's
somehow give us the Sixth Sense or Signs again. Trap is neither of those. This is a popcorn movie with a surprising turn from an underrated star. And ultimately, it's a pretty fun time at the theater.
No,
Guys,
I know.
I think we need to burn this country down. Let's fucking January 6th on the critics, dude. This is insane.
Hold on, do you
I'm
think if-
angry. I'm not going to sleep tonight.
Serious question. Do you
guys,
think if the
actually,
air
on second
conditioning-
thought, I actually like this movie a
Did
lot.
you just put your glasses on?
On second
He's
thought,
like, dude, I
now
need
that I
to-
think about it, this movie actually is kind of close to a 50% for me.
Yeah.
And
All right, now I
if
feel
you think
better.
about the audience score, it's probably going to be closer to maybe 60%. So, Trap, 2 thumbs up. And Roger Ebert, eat your heart out because Josh Hartnett was
Hartnett?
actually, he learned
I just love that.
He
I
learned
look
The
something over
hardening
there in
should be
good old
M.
Europe.
Night's- That's what it should have been. The hardening.
the heartening.
Yeah,
And
the
twist-
hardening because all through the movie, let's just put it this way.
Boner.
I got on 6 midnight. I guess put it that way. Thank you.
Wait.
I looked away for 2 seconds and I looked back and Brendan has glasses on.
'Cause I couldn't read the
and
screen.
His take on the movie changed. That was so good. Okay, so let's move on.
All right, so we rotten estimated. What are your final scores? I'm going to give it 3.9 stubble mustaches.
Oh, that number's creeping and creeping and creeping upwards
Stub
for
mash.
W's.
No,
Yeah.
3.9 is just
Put on
the
your
qu-
glasses, dude.
That's your score.
Give it a roper rope. Nice.
Nice.
I'm going to give it.
Give it a rope.
I'm going to give it 3.2 stubble mustaches.
All right.
You said we're allowed to change it.
Abby?
I am going to give this movie 0.1 fucking Jesus Christ, give me my money back. Tiny little Ariana Grande's, but M. Night Shyamalan's kid, though.
I'm going to give it 2.7 small concert teas. And thank you guys so much for listening once again. And stay tuned for the clips. Stay tuned for the Halloween episode. You will not want to miss this one. Boys, you got anything else to say?
I can't believe it got, what was it, 48%?
The global elites. Guys, all right. Thank you guys so much.
Thank
Give it up
you,
for Ryan,
thank
Kanye,
you.
Jose,
Thanks, Ryan.
Maddie, and Rosie.
Y'all are the best.
2 men and a baby. Oh yeah. 2 men